Building the GTZ was freaking sick. Really, really stoked on how that car came together. Been wanting to build like a proper road race car again for a while. We still have our GL GT. I'm sorry, that's the new car. We still have our GL TZ, maybe a little more like data on the vehicle, some more things to data log. The cage kits setup that we put in there is awesome. It has extra bracing than we typically do in the FD cars, where we're just trying to keep the cars very light. And they also don't really sustain high speed crashes, if you will. 60 miles an hour straight into a wall is pretty gnarly, and it has happened in FD, but the rate of speed and the potential of rollovers and things like that exists much higher in the wheel-to-wheel racing. So we went a little above and beyond on the roll cage for the GT car, and the cage kit setup fit perfect. We have our 3 bars on the rockers, dual X's in the main hoop and the rear, and then we are eventually going to brace the front towers when we have a little more time to get the motor out and clear some things out and get the cage tied into the front strut towers. It got so many compliments out at SEMA, just the overall look and feel of the rig, the cleanliness of the vehicle underneath, all the NISMO parts on there is like a beautiful platform to showcase all of their components. Seeing at the booth for the first time was awesome, because like, you know, we say it all the time, you barely get a chance to look at these vehicles from more than 20 feet away, right? So it's like, we're just in the shop and you're just in it, and all of a sudden it's like, it's set back and you're taking the whole thing in, and it was up on the lift and you could see it from across the room, and it was just so rad. It was like a beacon in the central hall, so cool. You could see it from almost every corner in that room.
Chris Forsberg, everyone, how's it going?
It's going very well. Thank you all for coming out. Yeah, we're excited to be here again for SEMA 2025.
I love him, and he does amazing work, and I'm so proud of him, and he has an incredible team behind him, and that this is all, you know, a team effort, and he's just, you know, running the ship, and it's just really cool to see Chris continue to grow and just create. He's a creator. So yeah, really proud of him.
I love that car. I built that car. It was my dream car, and unfortunately, you know, insurance took it from me for something stupid. And getting with Chris, because I called him, I was like, hey, my car's headed to Copart. We got to get this car. And we ended up getting the car. I delivered it to him, and we got to talk back and forth about what he was doing. And when I tell you that was my dream car, that was my dream car. To see it live on and know that it's, you know, in Chris's hands, and to be able to call him a friend and see a friend take my car and turn it into his car and know that it's going to compete, like, I'm a proud dad.
So for those that don't know NISMO Nick, he is a character in the Nissan scene. He works with Nissan, he works in the dealerships, and he is just an all-around enthusiast and advocate for all things Nissan and NISMO. And so it's a pretty sad story actually on how this car came to be in our possession, but that's, you know, the silver lining of it all, right? Is that it's still in the family. He bought this Z NISMO, he built it up to his liking, he got all the NISMO components and parts on there, some carbon pieces, and it was his pride and joy. It was at one of his dealerships, and a bunch of the cars there got broken into. And so they, you know, lit up the fob, opened the car up, and they cut the body harness and pulled the Recaro NISMO seats out of it. And those seats are like $12,000 retail each. And with the body harness cut, all the labor to fix that, they totaled the car. Without any choice, he had to give up his car with all the components and all the pieces on it to insurance. You know, we basically heard the story, and we were in the market to pick up a new Z to build for our next project. Got salvaged, it got taken to auction, then it became, we gotta get Nick's car back. We're working with Nissan and NISMO on this new project. We watched the auction, we waited for his car to come across the block, and we actually bid on it and we won. It's not a story that Nick thought he'd be telling, but it is, like I said, the silver lining of a vehicle that he thought was gone forever, but on the same hand, it was closure for him. He was happy. He helped assist us to get the car to our facility and everything. He loves where this direction is going, and the fact that we can take his build, his possession, that he had his closure with, and then move it into our stable to now build into our all new road race car. Getting ready to get in the sim. I need my race shoes.
Did you want a round, full round one?
Yeah, we should have a full round for the drifting.
Drew's gonna bring it and you'll keep it. Do you want Alcantara or leather? I like leather better.
Leather, so we don't have to wear gloves.
Sounds good.
Also got to see the Podium One 40OF for the first time, and they did a incredible job on that rig. They went above and beyond doing the livery on it and getting it to look like the race car, which was really, really cool. We actually had our buddy Kevin Stump build the race car into Assetto Corsa so you could drive the car that was on the lift, in the game, on the sim. It was a really cool activation that we put together. Can't wait to get the thing set up here in the shop and start ripping on that. Such an amazing driving simulator. It has the ability for drift, road racing, of course. You can even convert those things to be a flight simulator. We're gonna get it set up here in the front room, and I'm gonna have to put a freaking lock on that thing. I'm not gonna be able to keep the kids off of it. I'm really thankful for Podium for helping us with that, and that's gonna be such a clutch piece as we get more into the GT racing.
Hey guys, it's Kathy with Podium One Racing. We are here with a P1S 40OF, the Chris Forsberg edition. The public has really loved seeing his custom setup match his car, which is on the rack right behind us, and just get a taste of how the sim interacts on the track. We've been absolutely slammed. Our line is about 20 to 30 deep at all times, so jump in line, come see me, and check out the sim.
Cody, what are you doing? You waiting to get on the sim?
Yeah, I can't wait. I know Laguna Seca, but I've never driven this car, so I'm interested to see what it feels like. Visually, like looking at it moving, it looks like it's too much, but which is gonna be different versus sitting in it, right?
Yeah.
I do have a rig. It's
Okay.
not motion though. I'm not like hardcore. Sometimes it'll sit for months. I'll get an itch and then I'll play with it for a few weeks. My boys play with it all the time. They can't reach the pedals or anything, but sometimes I'll set the PlayStation up so they can play GT7 with a controller while they sit in it.
That's funny.
Feel it? Are you guys blowing on me?
This does have fans though.
Dude, the last one was my out lap. Don't be asking about lap times.
The way he drives, he doesn't need a Tesla full FSD, man.
Dude, getting used to the brake feel. I can't. Ah!
Right on the brake, release brake, slowly, turn sharp. Turn sharp the other way. That's good. Gas. Pick up the gas a little bit. Turn, put it on this brake, good. Bring your brake hard. Turn some more. Good, put it on this brake, good. Turn. Brake hard, brake really hard. Turn.
Yeah, Cody.
Really, you got to be careful with the input. It will lose the rear end real fast.
Super excited for this partnership and what 26 has to offer. So yeah, it's going to be a good time. We'll see what I can do next year.
Don't say like that, you're gonna do great. So yeah, Forsberg Racing is expanding and we're really stoked to help support another up and coming driver with building him in the all new Z for the Pro Spec level. And we're gonna put that car on track and make sure it's ready for it to take it to the podium. In other exciting news, we have a new addition to the team, Aiden Copham, newly licensed Pro Spec driver for Formula Drift. He earned his license this past year in 25. And so he wants to run a Pro Spec campaign in 26. Was introduced to me in Utah, and we just had a lot of quick conversations, and next thing you knew, we're rolling into SEMA with like a handshake deal that we were putting together a program for him to build him an all-new Z to the same level and capacity of our Formula Drift car, and also to operate his program basically top to bottom. We will be fielding a second Pro Spec car. Jaeger is still very much on the program. However, the only difference being is that we will be 100% building and maintaining and transporting and everything Aiden's vehicle versus Jaeger still has a lot of that control under his belt, keeping the car out at his facility on the East Coast. The cool part about SEMA for us for the past couple of years is that Optima gives us the platform to go out and activate in the bronze lot doing ride-alongs twice a day with multiple vehicles. And so what that allows us to do is not only come in and put on a great show for the Optima team and taking their staff and their VIPs out in the vehicles, but it also gives us a window to invite our partners and our VIPs to go for a ride along in the car. Some of those people have never been in a ride along ever before.
I've never in my life known what I know. Oh yeah. And I have to have one. We got one on the wall. Yeah, there you go.
So we got, you know, the NISMO team out there. We got a bunch of members from Mobile One, and just all the way down the line, the Steal It team was in the vehicles. So it was really, really cool to be able to share the experience, to have a place to do so in such a collective such as SEMA.
Say boo.
We're about to do SEMA Live. It's a special Nissan edition. They're coming through and checking out all the builds that we did, which is really cool. So we get to talk about the two cars that we built, the GTZ and the Patrol. After that, it's the Nissan little cocktail happy hour. Come in, grab a drink, hang out, and we invite all the media to come by to see all the different builds. So we're doing it for TV first, and then we do it publicly right afterwards. Each builder spends about 5 minutes talking about the car to the crowd, and then we just kind of hang around and answer questions about the builds for anyone that has them. And I get to talk twice, which is rad because I got the two cars here. And the Sim as well. I don't know if we'll talk about the Sim, but it's been a huge hit.
Sean, do you want your seatbelt on?
Seatbelt on for you. It's a little rough. Oh, good.
That Nissan's got more miles going than any other race car I know of. It's been nonstop for 10 hours. The Patrol, it was a showstopper in itself. Still, like I said, I haven't found another Y60 TB swapped Patrol in the States yet. There's gotta be one, but I haven't seen one yet. And so everyone was super stoked about it. We've all seen the videos of those rigs overseas. It was just a static display in the Nissan booth, but it was really cool to have the old and the new early Patrol with the brand new Nissan Armada Doom Patrol. So that was a really cool build in itself, having those two cars together. On the rollout though, we went and did the SEMA parade, the SEMA cruise. It was awesome because it started like right as it gets dark. We put the flame tune on and just went out and just threw fire all the way out the hood, all the way to the roof for almost an hour. It was a long line. To do that, we saw a bunch of videos pop up on the internet afterwards, getting tagged, and you know, the rollout, and having people just with their phones out. And super stoked to see some fireballs. I mean, who isn't, right? That thing is rad, and we're getting it ready to go on a little video shoot here with Mobile One tomorrow, actually. Not tomorrow for you, but tomorrow for me. What could we possibly build for SEMA for next year? I don't know, my ear's ringing, that's weird. It'd be cool to do another fresh build for Nissan. They've contracted us out to do a build for them for the past several years, which is great. Hoping to keep that going, and we'll see what piques their interest and what moves the needle for them. And we've done a Frontier for the past 3 years, 2 Frontiers 2 years ago. I wonder what it might be next year. I have a really cool idea for a Rogue. Wink, wink.